Hey, what's up, guys? So, welcome back to another episode of From the Office of Stafford Tiger. And this is case 4, loneliness. So, I want to start off by saying that sometimes loneliness is just a state of mind and it can be easily conquered due to the power of your mind. You just have to know how to conquer it and what steps to take and things of that nature. So, first off, I want to start off by saying that and you can call me petty, you can call me immature. I don't know what word you want to use, but every year at the beginning of the year, I would say around like January, I go into my contacts and I kind of sometimes delete people. And it's not I'm not deleting them because I dislike them. It's just that sometimes you're taking up space in my phone. I never hear from you. And you say that with friends, or you say that you hear from me, or I'm an important person to you, but it's like I never hear from you. I met you wherever we met at, and then I don't really see or hear from you. So all you're doing is taking up space in my contact list. That's just something that I do because sometimes you have people there that you kind of maybe really don't need to call anymore, or sometimes you may have people where it's like you may reach out to them 2 or 3 times before you get a response. Not because you're necessarily looking for a response, but over time, it's like you think, I never hear from this person. And I done reached out to them 2 or 3 times and they never returned my call. They never answered the phone. I never received a text message from them. So sometimes some relationships kind of run their course, people, and you gotta know when to take the high road and when to back off. I was in the restroom yesterday getting ready for bed, well, last night, and I was just thinking to myself, like, a person that's meant to stay in your life, or people that's meant to stay in your life, whether it's someone that you are related to by blood, or somebody you consider a friend or a coworker or whomever, never ever ever force a relationship because if it's what's gonna be will be, what's not gonna be or not meant to be won't be. It's trusting in the universe. It's the power of just letting things happen naturally. But another thing is sometimes when you have dreams and you have things you want to do and you achieve, like maybe you want to go back to school, maybe you want to learn a trade, maybe you want to join the army, whatever direction you want to take. Sometimes you do tend to lose people. Now, does that make them a bad person? Does that make you a bad person? No. It's just that sometimes you're no longer in sync with someone because you guys have grown apart because you're taking different paths. I've seen many stories where like you have one person that has all of these dreams and they set out to conquer their dreams, and then you have the other person whom they grew up with. They may not necessarily be on that page. They may be slower to approach things, or maybe they don't have the drive and the ambition that you have. So sometimes it leads to you guys kind of parting ways, and then who knows? In a few years or some years down the line, you guys may cross paths again. But you have to take everything for what it's worth and keep moving forward. And the power of loneliness comes I would say, when you feel like, oh, I need this person. I can't. Who am I now? I don't have anyone to talk to. Let me tell you something. This is what you do. You focus on your purpose. You focus on your journey. You focus on your path. Throughout that journey, you will meet new people. At the end of every chapter, what happens? Another chapter opens. So, for another chapter, what else happens? You meet new people. You come across new people. You make friends, you visit with different people, and then out of that comes relationships, comes romantic relationships, comes friendships. And sometimes you end up becoming so close with people that you feel like they're your family. They're not just a friend to you because y'all are so cool or so tight. And that relationship may last a lifetime. It may last for several decades. So I'm just here to say to you all, like, for our, session today, or for this time, is, if you feel by yourself, or you feel lonely, or you're going through something, I need you to go within yourself, Go within your heart, go within your spirit, go within your soul and say, what is it that I really love doing? Why am I here? For this time, this vessel that houses my spirit. I'm just saying though, like for this time that I'm here, like what is it that I'm called to do? And you focus on building yourself up. You focus on that, and through that, you attract different people. You attract people that you work with and that you're around. So it's a way there. And another thing is stop looking at other people's journeys and looking at their lives, because sometimes the way that they got what they have, that's not your story. That's not how things should happen or gonna happen for you. You have your own way, they have their way. So don't compare yourself, because comparison is the number one killer and destroyer of joy. It's the number one killer of self-esteem and of a promising and a hopeful tomorrow. So never ever compare yourself, no matter how good that other person may have it. Because guess what? If they won, you can win too. Your win just may be in a different way. So, focusing on projects, focusing on how do I get out of this? What am I called to do? What do I love doing? That's where everything starts. And then through that, you will grow out of loneliness. And another thing is, also, if you are suffering from clinical loneliness, I would advise you to maybe seek out some professional help, because clinical loneliness can lead to clinical depression, and clinical depression is not cool, because it leads to increased stress, it leads to more mental problems, and it just leads to not so good things. So before you grow into that space, I need you to kill those voices that's telling you that this is it for you, or that this is the end of the road, because guess what? It doesn't have to be. But only you can determine that at the end of the day. You can determine that, and you can vouch for that to never happen. We all have, at the end of the day, we all have issues. We all have our own problems. We all have our own shortcomings, but you got to find your superpower, and you can find it in this world. I promise you. You got to go within yourself, you know, practice whatever spiritual belief you have, seek out some professional counseling, do whatever it is you need to do. But I just want you to know, I don't know who's listening and where you are, but just know that my purpose is to my purpose is to help you, and that fills me up with a lot of joy. So whoever's listening, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I believe in you. I just want you to know that I hope my voice lives inside your head, and um, saying I believe in you, and for you to get up, for you to keep going, and don't let the loneliness eat you, because you can come out of this. You can come out of loneliness. You can come out of clinical depression, out of clinical loneliness, whatever it is that you're going through. It's just a chapter, but you have to fight. I tell you what, I give you one day to cry about it, okay? I give you one day to come to grips with what's going on, just let it sink in. But tomorrow, I need you to get up, okay? Bro, I need you to get up. Sister, I need you to get up, okay? Please. Not for my sake, not for the people around you, if there is anyone, but for you, okay? Go for a walk, meditate, take a nap, but get up. And that's all I have for y'all today, for our short little therapy session. Um, don't forget to go out into the world and be great. And don't be a moment, be a lifetime, okay? Because the power is within you. So stop giving it to the people around you, all right? Thank you so much. Bless you.